It's a busy Friday evening, and the coke is thick with trucks and travelers.
Mother Nature always can turn on you out here. The snow is changing to rain. This gets icy anytime soon, and you're going to see a lot more accidents up here.
To keep the road surface from freezing over, highway crews have started laying down a mix of salt and sand.
The whole road surface is wet right now, and it's going to cool off. So what we have to do is sand and a little bit of salt. Otherwise, it just turns to a sheet of ice.
Higher on the mountain, the road has already iced over.
It's pure icy up there on the bridge at Shylock, going on the Shylock. I'm glad I brought a second pair of underwear because I just about needed them.
At 7:48, just north of the Shylock exit,
Somebody crashed and blocked both sides of the coke.
a semi has plowed into the deep snow. Both lanes of traffic are shut down.
I'm going to need at least one heavy wrecker for a truck and trailer that are in a ditch.
Within minutes, a fast-moving highway becomes a parking lot.
Literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of motors that are sitting in the queue down there trying to get to where they got to be.
Apparently a truck went through the no post and traffic's closed with no estimated time of opening.
Don't tell me they're turning us around here.
At 8:01, authorities close the coke to keep the backup from getting even worse.
She's closed tonight. You guys will have to take one or three.
They're closed down the coke now. They're turning everybody around.
They don't want to go back. They want to go through.
But for the hundreds of drivers already on the mountain, there's no escape.
Yeah, Jamie Davis is en route. Go get him, Adam. He's up there.
The line of trapped vehicles extends halfway down the coke.
This time the traffic's backed up all the way almost to Merritt. That's about 90 kilometers worth of traffic backed up.
This thing is
The semi lost control on a grueling descent, bounced off the median, and slammed hard into a snowbank.
The truck is just mangled. The whole front end is tore right off the truck.
Hey, let's go. Grab this line. Come on.
It's not clear yet. We're still at a standstill down here.
You got highways breathing down your neck and general public breathing down your neck. And so you try to do your best to get it out of there as quick as you can.
We've got to wrap around the whole frame, eh?
Adam rigs up to the smashed cab, hoping this job is a simple pullout. But the wreck won't budge.
Ain't moving.
When the truck hit, the hot engine melted the snow.
Well, it's buried right into the snow.
It quickly refroze, trapping the cab in a block of ice.
It's like concrete in there.
She's so far in the snow there, just can't do it with one truck.
So Kevin calls in the cavalry.
Oh, this is pissing me off. You got service? I got one bar and I don't want to move.
Jamie heads up in the rotator.
Yeah.
But now, ice on the road has spread all the way down the mountain.
I can see the sheen on the road. We're on ice. I'm losing my steering a little bit. Whoa, this is really icy right here. Hang on.
You got a copy there, Jamie?
Yeah, go ahead.
This thing is hammered right in here. I don't know if we're going to get her out, so.
By the time Bruce and Scott arrive, traffic has been at a dead stop for over an hour.
These guys get together on the back end here. We might get something going.
Adam wastes no time getting them hooked up to the semi, hoping 3 wreckers will do the trick.
Now he's going to be stuck here. You watch.
Without chains, Bruce can't get traction.
Come on, you stupid.
You're gonna have to chain up, Bruce.
Bruce doesn't like using the heavy-duty chains.
to do that once I got the hook on it and then pull ahead.
Bruce is getting on in age. I like the old bugger, but he's slowing down.
Yeah, I got it moving on the front now, so we get on the back, it should come.
We wanted you up so you can pull it back.
You gotta pull ahead some, Bruce.
You're right in my line.
Jamie arrives to add the rotator's might to the mix.
Oh, there's the big dog.
Tonight, stepson Brandon's on swamper duty.
Hook it into the chain there with Scotty.
Suppose there's no option here.
What's going on? Go close.
We have 4 trucks on one truck trailer. Hook that left side up for me.
Jamie rigs all 4 of his heavy rescue trucks to the icebound wreck, betting their combined power can pull it free.
I've never seen anything like that before, 4 trucks on one. You good to go, Scotty? Okay, pull now a little bit. Just kind of catch up with me. Keep going. Pull. It's like pulling it like through a cement wall. We got a lot of trucks in this thing. It's just planted in there, man. It's like cement. That's unbelievable. Okay. Keep pulling. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's the matter? The wall's cracking all the way up.
The force of the pull is ripping the trailer in half.
So if we pull this backwards, we're going to end up pulling this whole trailer apart. There's a lot of force pulling this, but there's something holding it back. It's kind of down and hung up on something. What'd say was in it?
There's $500,000 in pharmaceuticals.
It's got pharmaceuticals in it, $500,000.
If they keep pulling, they'll dump the load all over the highway.
Hey, did they open up the coke yet?
Hundreds of drivers have now been trapped on the remote highway for 2 hours.
Southbound is still completely shut.
In the freezing cold, it's a dangerous situation.
We're frustrated.
The RCMP want it fixed now.
I'll get out of the way.
Well, can you move the barriers out of this lane?
The wreck scattered concrete barriers in both lanes.
Okay, I'll move all that stuff.
If they can be moved, traffic should be able to squeeze by.
So put it through there, back into itself. Do the other one on the other side.
Whoa, baby.
Bad spot we're in here right now. Highway's completely shut down, so people are a little ticked off that they gotta wait. Brandon! Where is he? Where did Brandon go?
Jamie doesn't have time to look for his swamper stepson.
Yeah, I'll go over there, pull the chain over to that one. We'll get that other one in the middle. Okay, the ambulance is going through.
Brandon's nose was bleeding. I told him to go to the ambulance.
No. He needs to get a napkin. He doesn't have to go to the ambulance. Oh.
I didn't tell him to go in the ambulance. I just told him to go to the ambulance, stop his nose from bleeding.
Is he in the ambulance?
I don't think so.
The cold, dry air and high elevation are biting on Brandon's nose.
It's just the time of the year. I always get this once a year.
But as soon as Jamie gets his youngest crew member back, his oldest decides to take a nap.
They're letting you through now?
With the barriers out of the way,
Yes, sir.
the backup begins to move along the ice-slick highway.
Pretty slippery. I can't even get up here.
Look how thick it is. Here's the actual road here.
Trucks coming.
What is that? 4 inches of ice.
Watch your back, watch your back.
Ooh, I don't like the look of this guy coming here.
Look, jackknife. Look out! Look out!
The 90-kilometer traffic backup is finally starting to move, but it has to cross a nasty piece of ice.
Pretty slippery. I can't even get up here.
It isn't long before someone starts sliding.
Look, jackknife!
Well, we got her stopped.
Oh, just sheer ice. Just a skating rink. Yeah, it's very, very bad. Very bad.
The jackknife shuts down the southbound lane again.
Hook him up with a toe pin. We'll just straighten that guy out.
Thank God it wasn't going too fast. Careful, just in case he slides, right?
You want him unhooked? Yeah, unhook him, I guess.
Very slippery.
Boy, it's slip out here again.
Oh, it's bad. A little dicey.
Well, hopefully they can get some sand down here. You can barely walk on the stuff.
Got to get a sand truck in here as fast as we can.
But the sand truck is trapped in traffic 2 kilometers down the mountain.
But we're clearing them out one by one. He's been in the lineup just waiting.
To prevent a pileup, police send the trucks through one at a time.
Okay, send the next one.
Just before midnight, the sand finally arrives. And traffic gets moving.
They opened the 5 up.
As the backup clears, the highway and the frozen wreck are turned over to Jamie.
It's phenomenal why it's not just jumping out of there.
Yeah, I don't know what it would be hung up on.
Well, I don't know.
remember any no-post being here.
No.
So, yeah, 12:45 for opening in Merritt.
Reopened from Hope to Merritt.
Jamie has just 20 minutes before the next big wave of traffic hits.
We're certainly hoping that Jamie will be able to recover this rig and get it out of here in time.
Hey, you get man with these cables? Get this one first.
This time, the plan is to both pull and lift.
What's happening is the landing gear is digging into the ground there, so we got to lift it and then pull it back.
The rotator will lift the front of the trailer, hoping to free it, while the others pull from either end.
See how Bruce is making out here? See if he's on his cable. You all ready to go, Bruce?
Not yet.
There we go. Just do what you can do till you slide back and then stop. Ready?
Jamie's hoping the lift will keep the already compromised trailer from breaking apart.
How's that?
And spilling pills all over the highway.
It's actually bending the truck frame as we're lifting it up. Why is this thing not coming? It's just bending in half, this thing. Either it's hung up on a guardrail underneath there that we can't see, or it's cemented in there by the snow.
With traffic on its way, Jamie decides to keep pulling.
Yep, let's do it. Pull. It's just like something's underneath it or something.
These two lines are real iffy.
Everybody come out.
Get out of there.
One more.
The end of that, baby.
The cab begins to break apart. But they keep pulling.
We're getting pretty close. Okay, stop. Well, we got it broken loose now.
We got her now. There was some kind of a culvert down there. But it's bizarre how hard that was to get out of there. So I'm going to get out of the way now and get out of Adam's way.
Southbound traffic is just 10 minutes away. They still have to get the semi off the road and to a nearby pullout.
We're not home free just yet.
Too slippery.
The trailer's air brakes are locked.
He's got to actually physically drag that out from underneath here.
Kevin lowers the landing gear so they can disconnect.
It's called a front end lift crooked toe.
Adam gets the wreck and its $500,000 cargo off the road, just as the wave of traffic arrives. After a long night on the coke, Jamie's crew spends the morning getting ready for the next big wreck. Bruce preps the tire chains he never got to last night. At 65, Bruce Hardy is Jamie's oldest and most experienced driver. 2 years ago, Bruce survived a near-fatal accident. After 4 days in the hospital, he came straight back to work.
A lot of these new guys can't keep up the hours that the rest of us can. I can go 36, 52 hours without sleep. Doesn't bother me.
For the last 5 years, he's been in the same 1992 home 750 record. And he's still waiting for Jamie to make good on a promise to pimp it out.
Be a sweet truck when she's done. Putting a wicked sound system in it. And all underneath the body, they're going to put strobe lights.
I've had a game with Bruce for a long time. Who's going to conk out first, him or the truck? They're neck and neck right now. I don't know.
Come on.
This season, Bruce is back, insisting he's got another winter in him.
It's in my blood. No, it's a job I just love doing.
But Jamie's not so sure.
I worry about Bruce all the time. He's at some truck stop or in a parking lot or pull out somewhere on the highway, passed away. Bruce is a great guy, but when the snow flies, Bruce isn't exactly the snow shed warrior.
Case in point, tire chains.
I don't like chaining up, period.
Jamie is trying to have him around for a few more years, but it's hard work, and he's getting older, and his health isn't as good as it is. We kind of want to preserve him, right? We don't want to kill him.
Bruce may be slowing down, but Rob is stepping up to new responsibilities.
Jamie put me in charge of the flagging.
It's not the first time Rob's been in charge of a crew. The first time was on a chicken farm.
And my job was basically to make sure that nobody was playing football with the chickens, with the dead chickens. Farmers don't like it. Doesn't matter if the chicken's deceased or not, but you're horsing around, you're on the farmer's time.
Well, that's cracked, that's no good.
With the flagging truck stocked up, Jamie sends Rob to handle a police tow.
Yep, 70 impound.
An unlucky speeder is heading to the impound yard.
I guess he was doing 156 in 100 zone, no driver's license, so it's gone for 7 days. The only speeding ticket I got was I was doing 10 over. And that's it. 156 in 100 kilometer zone. That's ridiculous. You do 100, you get to your destination at the same time. Yeah. You know? We've got enough speeders and we gotta get them off the road.
No kidding.
By sundown, a new storm is rolling up the coke.
Look out, boy, 'cause she's ugly.
Snowplows are working hard to keep ahead of it, but they're being held back by spun-out semis.
I was snowing pretty heavy there, and there was guys going northbound were having problems there.
Jamie sent both Adam and Bruce to help keep things moving.
We're going right up slow.
Bruce comes up on a struggling semi.
Yeah, he's chained up. That's good.
He decides to let him fend for himself. A little farther up the hill, Adam's got more spinouts than he can handle.
They've lost count. It's good there. When will the madness end?
Adam's about to head up to the next job when he spots Bruce parked down the road.
Bruce is getting pretty old. Bruce can't do it much more, but yet he keeps Bruce in that truck.
Needs to be put into a different role and let somebody else attempt to run that old truck.
I need some help out here. I can't do all this by myself. Do we have to chain up going over the coke, anybody?
A snowstorm has trucks struggling to make it over the coke. Adam is hustling to clear a backlog of spinouts when he sees Bruce doing not much of anything.
Bruce is getting pretty old. Bruce can't do it much more, but yet he keeps Bruce in that truck.
I need some help out here. I can't do all this by myself.
Jamie had hoped for a night off, but it looks like that's not going to happen.
Well, Bruce is probably not chained up, but I don't even know why he went out here. What good is he sitting in the lineup of traffic with the rest of the helpless bastards? Why did he even leave his house? Why did he even jump in my truck? Making me look like a fool out on the road.
These trucks don't like the snow. Ah, that good old Canadian winter.
Things are Armageddon like this. You gotta be a warrior. You gotta get it done.
Not far up the hill, he finds Bruce parked on the shoulder.
Here, look at this. In your truck there, Bruce? Bruce. Yeah. Let's give him some change. So, how many trucks did you pull?
There's a 70, there's a guy with a rock truck on. He weighs 70 tons.
And where's he?
He's just on the bridge.
Okay.
A couple of towns up here, yeah.
Okay, so then you hammer on them. We'll try to get the trucks up the hill. Okay, all right. You need chains? I got a set of triples.
Tonight, Bruce put on a set of single tire chains, but they don't give him enough traction to pull much of anything.
Bruce, we've got a set of singles on, kind of sitting over there. He's gonna go up the road some frickin' place. What are you gonna do with a set of singles on? Nothing.
Jamie and Gord stopped to put a set of triple chains on the rotator.
Remember how to do it? So tighten the center one first.
Triples wrap around both the inside and outside tires, giving twice the traction of a set of singles.
What is he doing down there? Why isn't he chained up with triples and getting up the hill and opening the road? Oh.
Bruce finally kicks into gear.
We're going up the hill.
Bruce driving up the hill with a loose set of singles on his truck. Like, what's he gonna do? What is he gonna pull up with a set of singles? Nothing. Might as well be down at the shop, stoking the fire and drinking beer.
Jamie heads up the hill to find a parking lot of spun-out semis.
Like, who do you pull first? You kind of got to go to the guys that are blocking the highway, right?
Imagine out there, James.
There's Adam coming down the hill.
Is there something actually blocking the hill here, Adam?
There's a big wide load up there, yeah.
Okay, I'll go get him.
At the head of the line is an oversized trailer hauling a 70-ton mining truck.
You check chains, I'll hook up. You're about the biggest badass load on the hill, so we're gonna get you first, I guess.
Pulling a load this heavy is tricky. Both drivers will need to move in sync. A sudden jolt could shock load and damage one or both trucks.
Gotta go in low gear.
Yeah, don't change gears. I'm just gonna go in low too. Yeah. Okay, you ready? Okay, buddy. As soon as you lift off a little bit, I'll let her go. Everything okay there? I got this oversized, okay. He's got a lot of axles there. I'm not sure the exact weight, but he's up there. But it's still gonna be tough to get it up that hill. Nice.
Jamie's night off has turned into a low-gear crawl across the coke. And Bruce is nowhere in sight.
You on there, Bruce? Did you get those other trucks out or not there?
Hey, we're gone. It looks like they got themselves out.
In a weird kind of a way, he adds to the problem in a snow event. He's not clearing the highway, this guy. He's screwing the highway up. He's part of the problem. And that drives me nuts. Heading home.
Eventually, Bruce passes by on his way home. First thing next morning, Jamie stops by a local truck dealer to try to solve his Bruce problem.
This truck's actually nice, you know that? It may not look nice to you, but it's nice. Bruce needs to be driving this. This will be easier on his back and lifting and all that kind of stuff. And it'd be easier for him to drive around than driving them big trucks, you know? So that'll help him. He'll still be able to make a living, but, you know, I guess it's a little bit crusty like Bruce. So a crusty truck for a crusty guy.
All he needs to do now is convince Bruce.
The reason I'm talking to you is it is getting harder and harder for you to put in those hours and harder for you to do that work. Maybe the way to solve this problem is to put you more in a smaller truck, and then you work with Ken to do the car towing.
Bruce leaves the meeting, gets into his old Holmes wrecker, and drives off.
That was bull. Don't appreciate people saying I can't handle this job.
Jamie's staffing problems are piling up faster than the snow.
I just got a call from the RCMP. They're telling me that you have a serve prohib notice on your driver's license. So that means you're prohibited from driving. And he's coming over here right now.
Turns out Rob has one too many speeding tickets.
You know, you're gonna be out of a job if you don't have a license. You can't drive tow truck, you can't drive your flag truck, so you're done, right? You basically firing yourself.
Here comes the cop now.
Okay. Well, you can wait in here if you like. I just gotta go to the car and finish up the paper. Okay?
I'm screwed. I'm royally screwed. Because I have no income. Without me, I pay most of the rent.
Boscombe Road, or there's a truck in the trees there.
In the shop, Kevin takes a call for a wreck out on Highway 1.
He must have just missed the guardrail and went into the ditch there in between the two lanes.
We just got a call for Jack Semi, so I could really use Rob right now because we need a traffic control guy. So, you know, he's been doing a good job and he's been trying to get his things together there, but it's just a little bit too late.
They're prohibiting you from driving for a period of 4 months starting today. You have to understand, though, if you get caught driving after 6 p.m., you'll be arrested.
This won't always my luck. Just whatever. I don't know.
Rob heads out to the wreck with Kevin. Kevin drives. The wreck is on the 4-lane highway 15 minutes west of Hope.
Changing from administration duty over to tow truck recovery guy again. Apparently it's some kind of a chicken truck on it in the ditch leaning to one side. The visibility is getting bad here. They may not even let us haul us out. It's getting worse and worse, so we could get shut down on this job too. Down in the trees down there. What happened on the same day?
I don't know what I did when I lifted those signs. I don't know if I grabbed it and twisted the wrong way or what, but it just, boom. I can stand for 5 minutes and then that's it. I'm done. I gotta sit down.
Don't you think it looks kind of funny to your boss though when you have a compo claim the same day?
I'd rather be working, Jamie, I tell you that. This is not a good time for this to happen. This is like right at the end of the month. Can you lend me $1,000 for now? And then I can just pay my rent and pay the bills? Oh.
And I'll give you a check then. So
yeah, I'll pay it back. I always do.
Well, you need money to live, right?
Yeah, I'd rather be back at work though than doing this. Thank you. And I'll let you know more what happens. But yeah, I mean, faster I can get better, the better off I am, because I'd like to come back to work. I just don't want to be off like this.
This just gets to a point of stupidity where, why am I doing this? What I've got to do is wrap my head around the fact that if you're a guy who's here and you're not making money for the company and you're not keeping your keep, it's time for you to go. I can't run this business like this anymore. I can't have the tail wagging the dog.
An hour later, Jamie heads back to last night's chicken wreck, short one flagger.
So I've got all these guys around me doing what they feel like doing. You know, all this stuff can't come at a worse time. We're working around the clock to clear wrecks off the highway. Oh, I need those guys to be solid.
Oh, he's right down in the trees there.
A salvage crew has been up since dawn cutting trees off the totaled rig. The truck is a write-off, but its cargo of frozen chicken is still intact, and Jamie hopes to save it.
The load's inside, still frozen. We're going to try to pull it out to the point where we can unload it or get it off the off-ramp.
But first, he's got to get the trailer out of the woods.
We got the stumps here in the way. You go backwards, it's going to hit that tree more.
Making it worse, the guardrail that's supposed to keep trucks on the road is now blocking the way back.
Let's take some note posts out all the way down here till about here.
Lift up the lifter. That's good. You got to pick up and then set it down and reset it. See, every second lift it opens and every second lift it closes. So you set it down and it locks and then you pick it and it opens.
The job is made easier by a new device salvage expert Jim Lasser offers up, a barrier clamp.
Now be careful.
Okay, we'll take the next two together.
Two together? Really? That should give us enough to come out, I think.
As trees are cleared from the far side of the trailer, Jim uncovers serious damage.
The other side of the trailer is so badly crinkled and wrinkled from the trees and all that the integrity's gone.
The trees have actually damaged the trailer so bad that the sides are now weak and they have weak points on them and it's actually torn up the side of the trailer. A trailer is just like a tin can or a beer can. You put a little dent in the side of it and it loses its integrity. I'm almost not wanting to put a strap over because I kind of think that the side would collapse. If we try to, do a lift on it when it's all damaged, chances are it's going to break anyway. So let's just winch it back the way it went in. Why don't you load up what you can load up until it pulls you back?
If the total trailer rips open, tons of frozen chicken will spill into the ditch, adding hours, perhaps days, to the cleanup.
Wow. It just kind of took you for a ride, eh?
Oh, yeah. I came around the corner and I got caught up in the
slush.
My steer wouldn't steer no more.
18 hours ago, a slick, slushy road pulled a reefer full of frozen chicken into the bush. Crews have spent the morning cutting trees away so Jamie can pull it back onto the road.
Let's just winch it back the way it went in.
Let's give her a shot, see what she does.
Why don't you load up what you can load up until it pulls you back? We don't know if it's going to make it out loaded or not. It's a 50-50 chance.
Good to go.
But the totaled trailer isn't cooperating.
Murphy. It just broke right in half. He didn't even pull out a foot. Not even, what, 6 inches? He just 6 inches and it just collapsed. I think we got to pull the tractor back into it, so, with you.
I don't think there's anything left holding this trailer from that point to that point.
Pour off the fifth wheel plate all the way across the whole trailer.
Is that both sides?
Right straight across. It's a clean line, not wide, right across the whole thing.
You know, there's going to be an unload job no matter what we do here. Do we call Reed and unload it? Right.
Well, you can't unload it like that. Then guys.
On its side, yeah, you can't do that. I don't know what the answer is. I mean,
well, we can take a chain and a cinch and cinch it together.
you know, we really don't have much of a choice. Chain the landing gear to the front of the end and put a cinch in between it to kind of hold it together.
Somewhere further back.
They're hoping a chain Band-Aid will be enough to hold the broken trailer together.
It means we're chaining the trailer up right now. Try to get it up to the top of the road. If we can't get it to the top of the road, we have to unload this whole thing right here. There's one.
They rig the trailer to both wreckers and give it another try.
I knew where it was.
Try to pull that in.
It's a snapping and crackling over there really good, eh? Kind of scary. Hey, we even stop there.
Sounded like the wall gave in. Well, it's still good. Still intact. How's the bottom one? Is it okay?
Far side's still tight, this side's loose.
It's a slow, painstaking pull, but the patched trailer's holding together.
It's coming.
So far.
Just a few more feet.
I can't believe we're keeping that together.
It's getting dark. What you can't see, I have visions of something just breaking and flying up.
That ain't good.
Sounded like the wall caved in.
I think the car goes through the wall.
That was the end of that.
The damage from the crash was too much. Thousands of kilos of chicken spill into the ditch.
Chicken everywhere.
The other half of the load is still in the trailer intact. But if they keep pulling, they'll lose that too.
So she's a hand bomb job. We did our best to bring it out, but we're done. That's all we can do.
You don't expect anybody to walk in there when it's like that, eh?
Well, I don't know what else do we got to do? Right? We got to unload it.
Keep pulling. The damage is done, right?
He thinks we should just pull this thing anyway. He said the damage is done already.
Not a safe environment for person. The cargo, don't risk a man.
Well, the thing is, if the guy slides through that, he'll slice his arm off that tin.
Yeah. Or if something gives out and the thing flops over or pins a guy or whatever.
Oh, it's awful. Like he's really just about rolled on his side. I don't know what else we can do to make it any better. So at this point now, the guys are saying, you know what? Product's out the wall, sitting on the ground. Let's bring it out of the ditch. Whatever stays in the ditch stays in the ditch, and that's about all we can do. You know, we've been trying to be delicate with this thing. We've been trying to, you know, finesse it out of the ditch. You know, at the end of the day here, you can only do so much. You know, sometimes the patient dies.
They rip what's left of the trailer out of the ditch and get it off the highway.
Can't see what's going on.
Yeah, you're okay so far.
You have jobs that boom, 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 everything goes good. This is one of them ones that were fighting us the whole way.
She's hitting the road right in front of me.
When the weather's good, the Coquihalla Highway is an engineering marvel. But when the weather turns bad...
It's like the Bermuda Triangle of truck accidents.
It's a highway through hell.
And then it just went boom.
Keeping the coke open takes an army of men and machines.
When the highway shuts down, the world shuts down.
And the last line of defense.
5150.
This is the big one.
A fleet of custom-built heavy rescue trucks.
Get out of there. Whoa, whoa.
And a team
Somebody's gonna tag somebody today.
willing to tackle any disaster.
Watch out!
The mountain throws at them.
I don't think there's a record company anywhere in this world that can do what we do.
Because closure is not an option.
Winter's here and we gotta deal with it.
Anybody know what's going on up at the Coke? Fires are calling for 20 centimeters. Well, yeah, he's 3/4 of the way up 9 miles. She's changing from wet rain to wet, fluffy snow.
It's early November.
I'm just at the trash dishes here.
And the first storm of the season is rolling up the Coquihalla Highway.
Oh, it's chaos up there. They got 2 snowplows working this master tonight.
Half of the people that'll be up here tonight have no clue what they're getting into. Go water 10, go ahead.
Highway crews are doing everything they can to keep traffic moving.
First storm of the season always catches everyone off guard.
Lots of equipment on the hill, but in spite of that, we'll still have issues.
The overhead sign says chain up. Mandatory chain up, Fox Canyon. Snow's coming down so hard you can't see.
The chain-up areas are backing up onto the highway.
Get them on, don't send the truck.
Drivers who only make money when they're moving are losing patience.
Right now we've got both lanes completely blocked off here. Probably 3 inches of snow on the hood already. It could be like this all night long.
But it gets even worse.
Try and determine what's happened once we get there.
A semi has jackknifed just below the summit.
Now we have hundreds of vehicles in the lineup because of this guy.
Just getting up to the semi now, they're about a kilometer apart from the original crash.
There's one truck that hit the ditch. Got trucks spun out all over the place. It's all plugged up. Welcome to winter. Morning, Glenn. Was able to get a hold of Adam.
It's the first snow call of the season, and Jamie Davis Heavy Rescue has sent lead driver Adam Gazzola.
If there's any kind of a lineup, he'll be down below there. He's well on his way from home now.
Some guys are spun out on the hill. I guess that snowshed hill's all blocked off, so.
After a long, slow summer, he's ready for action.
That's the time of year. It's time to work day and night and sleep come summer.
The way south from the toll booth.
The jackknife has the road ahead completely blocked.
No, we're not moving.
Highway authorities close the oncoming lane so Adam can reach the wreck.
Closed for a while.
The busiest mountain pass in the country is at a dead stop.
It's like a parking lot out here.
The fate of hundreds of trucks and millions of dollars in cargo is all in the hands of one man.
Yeah, there's a mess down here.
The road has been closed for 61 minutes when Adam arrives on scene. Adam has gotten ahead of the wreck and is backing down to it.
It's slippery. I can't even back up here.
Despite the pressure, he knows better than to rush on an icy highway.
You just don't know the hidden dangers under this snow. Okay, see if you can make a hole for me there. It's pretty slippery, right? So I just want to take it easy because my front end could slide away on me and we'd be buggered. So see what's going on here.
There's a lot of traffic here backed up.
Yeah, low gear, lots of throttle.
What should be an easy pull-up turns into a tug of war with a fully loaded semi.
You could blow a rear end or snap a dry shaft off. You gotta be nice and easy with everything. Just have kind of a gentle touch.
Lost the torque, David, lost the gas. You have to help me, okay?
So much ice here, I can't grab any traction.
Patience pays off when Adam's chains bite through the ice and snow.
Is this highway open yet?
Just to advise, the jackknife semi has been straightened out by Jamie Davis Towing and sent on his way.
That's what happens when you drive through the highway through hell.
Down in the yard of Jamie Davis Heavy Rescue, last night's storm has the crew scrambling.
Yeah, it's done!
My goal for the season really is to be ready for anything and to be able to make sure that any jobs that come in, I'm going to be taking in them jobs.
You want to just trickle charging?
To be ready for the new season, Jamie bulked up with the biggest team he's ever hired.
Signal? Yep. Ready to rock and roll.
Bula, bula, bula. Bula, bula.
That's a crew that's really tight. You probably spend as much time with these guys on a 24-hour basis, probably more time than you do with your family.
Nice to be back.
I got to come back and take 47.
Jamie has a lot invested in a big winter season because he's got to make up for a long, slow summer.
You're coming off the summer season with a whole huge bunch of bills to pay. If there's no wrecks, you don't eat.
Because money's tight, some hoped-for upgrades haven't been done. Plans to pimp out Bruce's wrecker are now on hold. Although Jamie's most senior driver is still optimistic.
Yeah, sweet truck when she's done. Putting a wicked sound system in it. And all underneath the body, they're going to put strobe lights.
Rescue driver Kevin Ritchie is back.
Rough day at the office?
By the end of last season, Kevin was afraid of driving his own truck.
Driving this thing scares the out of me, and it scared me again last night. It's getting to me. I've been driving truck for a lot of years, and now it's getting to the point where I don't want to do it.
The summer brought a change of heart.
I'm missing it, so I want to get back in it.
But he doesn't have a truck to drive. Rescue 120 needs a new engine.
Come back, and I see this thing out of service. Truck's down for a little bit. Hopefully it won't take too long.
Last season, Sammy rode shotgun with Kevin. This year, he'll be riding in the rotator.
Well, tell Jamie to get that, get that thing going quick, man.
We'll get her going. I guess I'll be Adam's swamper, maybe.
Yeah.
Jamie, that's me.
Yep.
But Kevin's not the only one with his eye on that position.
Oh, this is so if you want to hook it up to your own switch.
New hire Gord Lundeen is eager for a chance to prove himself.
It's pretty neat. Yeah, still wiper shakers we just put on.
Last year, Gord started out working around the yard and impressed everyone.
Gord is a great guy. You know, Gord can be an extra man. Gord can ride swamper on the truck, work in the shop. Good at all three of those things.
Oh, I think Gord would be good?
Oh, yeah.
He's one of them guys that can basically do anything.
Prove yourself that you answer your phone in the middle of the night, that you basically sleep with one eye open.
Yep, she's almost ready, Adam.
Northbound on the Coca-Cola. You got a smashed up vehicle in the weeds there.
Going for good wreck.
At 10:30 in the morning, the prep stops and the wreck season begins.
This is the first time this year that we're up the mountain in fresh snow, so.
From the town of Hope, the Coca-Cola Highway rises over 1,200 meters into the Cascade Mountains. As they climb high into the mountain pass, they enter a whole new world.
You know, the fishing season's here, if you want to call it that. It's time for us to make money in our little season that we can. And there's going to be stuff happening on this highway today, I can just tell. bad up here. This guy just went in the ditch. Holy. We've got icy road conditions, really what it is. I mean, you can't say anything much more about it. Look at this ice fog. It's -1 degrees. So it's too cold to be foggy. Foggy is moisture, but that's ice. Now we got another low bed guy. Low bedder having a problem up here.
The ice fog has flash frozen the highway.
You can't make it. Wow. The zoo up here today.
That's yeah.
Well, I'm spinning out a little bit. My locker's in. We're on ice. Yeah. Watch out, watch out, watch out. I got it. Oh, he's going sideways. Holy
How is that hill, driver?
Northbound on the Coca-Cola. Got a smashed up vehicle in the weeds there.
Jamie Davis is headed up the Coca-Cola Highway, responding to the first big wreck of the winter season.
It's all black ice now.
Ice fog has turned the Coke into a skating rink.
Well, I'm spinning out a little bit. I'm slipping on my ice. Watch out. Oh, he's going sideways. This guy's going sideways into me.
Oh, that was close. Wow. That was a close.
What?
That was
you know what? I thought we were going to sideswipe him.
I know. I saw him going.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's our wreck right there.
You can see by the skid marks where he went in back here, started along the bank, over he went.
In blinding fog, the semi caught a wheel in soft snow that pulled it into a steep ditch.
6-month-old truck, 100,000 kilometers on it. My boss told me don't wreck the trailers any more than they're already wrecked.
Okay. All right, we'll go get that.
The truck was pulling custom-built trailers called China tops. The sides are removable tarps. Each roof is made of delicate fiberglass. Incredibly, there's no serious damage.
This unit's probably, I'm estimating, a couple $100,000 new.
And the truck belongs to one of Jamie's oldest customers.
I have to make sure I do all the right things. We're not talking about some fly-by-night company here. We're talking about one of the highest-end trucking companies in BC.
He wants to recover the trailers without causing another dime in damage.
So the first thing we have to do is see if it's loaded or not. That's the first item in business.
Recovering the trailers will be easy if they're empty.
It's 2x4s, 4x4s.
They're not.
Holy moly, a lot of lumber.
The call goes out for more trucks.
Are you on the radio there, Jamie?
And Adam heads up to help Jamie out.
What's they got in it for a load?
Okay, let it go. Okay. To deal with it.
The trailers are filled with bundles of lumber, now on their side.
See, the roof is intact on here. And likely, I mean, the extra cost of that would be bizarre if they had to pay that. So what you guys should do is right now, I'll get up there and move that part one way.
Okay.
I'm gonna opt to unload this trailer before we move it, because, you know, the guy's gonna say to me, the customer's gonna say, well, why did you just pull that over and wreck my side? And the customer doesn't want his trailers wrecked any more than they have to be.
It's a tricky job, and Jamie's going to need help.
So what I wanna do is get a stiff boom crane here. He's about 75 feet from the road or 50 feet from the road. And it's a little bit too far away for our rotator record to reach to lift the load out.
Turning over a job this early in the season is not easy.
You know, the crane company's going to take a good portion of the revenue from that wreck. So our company doesn't make a lot of money on that recovery job.
An hour later, help arrives.
Crane cleared.
With a long-reach construction crane.
And we could get him to come right in here like this.
A few minutes later, Jim Lasser and his salvage crew are on scene, trying to figure out how to recover the lumber.
It's like a giant jigsaw puzzle. You take the wrong bundle out, they would fall over and go through the roof of the trailer, and damaging the trailer, or worse, damaging a person if they're in between.
I have to loosen one strap at a time, because if I undo these, they'll blow right through the roof of the trailer.
Yeah, it's a bugger.
Boom down a little bit then. We're trying to
suck it tight, hold it, suck it tight, hold it, and then lift.
It's slow going.
Just watch yourself.
The bundles keep breaking apart.
Don't lose anything. Watch your back. Oh!
There's something on Twitter about a wreck or something like that.
A truck pulling 2 trailer loads of lumber has flipped on its side.
We can't just roll the tractor trailer over because these trailers are worth a lot of money.
Jamie is determined to save their expensive fiberglass roofs.
I'm gonna opt to unload this trailer before we move it.
Watch your back.
So he's turned the job over to a salvage crew.
Just watch yourself.
But the unwieldy lumber isn't making it easy.
It did some small amount of damage to the roof.
The ding can be patched, but it scratches Jamie's hopes for a perfect job.
You might have a little failure, and it happens.
Undaunted, they get the rear trailer unloaded. 1 down, 1 to go. And this trailer is even trickier. This one doesn't have any doors.
If any straps break or anything goes wrong, the guys have no quick escape. Like, big oval, right? And it will fill the gap between here and the ceiling instantly. So if you're in there when that happens, you're squished dead. Clear there, Steve, coming down. See, that's exactly what I didn't want to happen. Lucky nobody's in that gap there. Hello, Jamie. Can somebody get a hold of Jamie? Holler and get Jamie to come down here for a minute. There isn't enough room to try to strap down to pick these out this way. The second we loosen these straps, they all blow apart and go oval. That's why I was wondering, if we put all the straps back on, could we tilt this back up onto its wheels?
Jim wants to pull his guys out and flip the whole unit as is.
I will sacrifice 100 roofs to save a person.
Jamie still wants to save the trailer.
So we could set all up for this whole thing and start doing the pulling and all the rest of it, and then have trouble. But at the end of the day, I'm the guy who's going to answer to the customer for whatever goes on. So I hate to say this, but why don't we just hand bomb them?
Hand bombing is your last resort. You work with equipment as much as you possibly can. Go to hand bombing when nothing else works.
Bunch of work, but we have to make the call, and that's what we got to do.
Unloading the trailer by hand could take hours.
Customer's really adamant that we get the load out today, no matter what.
Let's get another 20 guys here, or 10 guys anyways, and we form a chain down there so we can get this moving then. Is anybody we can call to get more
laborers? I'll call Kevin.
Back at the yard, Kevin scrambles to pull together a work crew.
Thanks for coming on such short notice.
Short one guy, he tries recruiting Jamie's stepson, Brandon.
I have more traffic on my clearest end.
Last season, Brandon worked part-time for Jamie.
This is a boring job. It's a cold job. It's depressing out here. Look at this place.
But his heart was never really in it.
Occupying myself as a tow truck driver for the next 10 years to 20 years?
This season is no different.
What are you doing?
Hanging out.
Jamie just called and he wants to know if you can go up there and help them guys.
But he knows I don't have any work here yet.
Well, you call him and you tell him you can't go.
All right.
Let me know before these people leave.
I will.
So you guys ready to go? Just waiting for bags, eh? I got a bunch of guys that are ready, willing, and able to go to work. And when I call them, they race up and help us. And then you got Brandon just, I can't go, I'm too busy, or I got to go to the gym. To not have his work gear ready. All summer, he should have had it in a corner hanging up.
I'm just phoning my mom right now to see if she knows where my stuff is. Hey, do you know where my work boots are and stuff? No, you don't? Okay, can you phone him, because I don't want to tell him.
It's Juliet Creek. Past the toll booth about just over 5 minutes. Okay, thanks, guys.
Hey, Kev?
Yeah.
So,
My guys are ready to go now.
I phoned my mom, and she said, I have no work here right now, and I can promise you this, that I will have my work here on Friday.
Okay. So you got 2 days.
2 days.
Okay.
Brandon, do I count on him? Not these days.
Hand-bombing the job eats up what's left of the day. At 4:30, Adam returns to pull the wreck up.
They've got only about 3 or 4 bundles left. Okay. So what I'd like to do is if you can run chains and get the drive line out, get your airline on and all that kind of stuff and get ready to go.
By the time the trailer's empty and the crane heads home, it's getting dark.
We get into some jobs sometimes where we're way off in the boonies and it's so dark, it's dark.
But this season, Jamie is prepared for that.
We have 6 9,000 watt lights. Now you got guys working, you know, a bunch of people working, you can't play around. The light tower comes in handy for us.
But darkness isn't his only problem.
What about me? I'm watching for Adam.
I know, that's what I'm saying, and these guys go on
watching the cars.
The roads are damp right now and it's starting to freeze up. So we don't want to be on the highway in case the road freezes and somebody panics and hits their brakes and causes an accident.
If the road freezes, highway authorities will shut them down for the night.
Well, we're just going to run this deck winch to the back of the trailer and back.
Need you to hold them cables up so I can back up.
Take the hook with us? Okay.
Because the trailers are on their side, they can't be disconnected. The entire rig, all 3 parts, must be rolled upright in one move without shattering the china tops.
I'll do the lead if you want to catch up, okay?
Okay, yeah.
That went really good, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, lucky that it boomed down.
Both fiberglass tops survived the flip. But now there's a new hurdle.
He's gonna drag it up out?
Yeah, he's gonna
suck the Bobcat, cut it down a bit, or?
Pulling the cab up over the steep embankment could damage the diesel tanks.
The truck's low profile, so they don't want their tanks scraped. Maybe it's going to be a little tough. That's always a tough spot, isn't it? Why don't I come in here and I lift this front end up and over for you?
Okay, so what, you want to have 2 trucks on it then, or 1 truck?
Yeah, you just stay there with you. You stay 2, right? You pull, and I'll lift it up at the same time as you're pulling, and I'll come with you, right? So I'll keep the front end in the air so we're not dragging it. Okay. And we'll try to get it in just up in here. I'm going to back up a little bit, and I'm going to cut her over here, okay?
Repositioning the trucks means closing both lanes of traffic.
Nobody, I just got all the traffic plugged, so go ahead.
Okay, thank you.
Now every minute counts. Eager to get the job done quickly, Jamie rigs his lines directly onto Adam's chains. It's not textbook, but it's fast.
Jamie hooked to my same chains to lift the truck up so it would clear, and I was going to pull at the same time. It was kind of a hokey deal.
I don't like this. It's just stupid.
Adam doesn't like it that there's 2 pull points on the same chain. He doesn't think it's safe.
This is sketchy, man.
No. Tell him to stop.
You're not alone, man. We're frustrated.
I want to lift. That's all I want to do, just to get it over the hump here.
Jamie has had to shut down the coke to pull a B train out of a deep ravine.
Go a bit, a little bit.
He's worried about damaging the diesel tanks. So he's rigged onto Adam's chains to lift the cab over the edge.
Okay, tell him go ahead. Go.
It's not textbook, but it's quick.
No, 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 no. Stop.
As Jamie swings his boom, it edges closer to the rotator's new light tower.
Stop. I gotta put the light tower down.
Around, man. Holy. Let's put the thing down, we can pull it out.
I'm gonna swing back this way a bit, okay?
Get your cables off, just pull the thing out.
You don't think it'll drag the fuel tanks, though?
Nah. Wow.
The lineup of traffic is quite long.
Okay, tell him go ahead. Well, we gotta hurry, though. These guys are gonna get pissed at us. Okay, stop.
The diesel tanks clear the edge.
So now you gotta unhook me.
Jamie scrambles to unrig so they can open the highway.
Undo this one. Uh-huh. And then I'll undo the other one, and then you're good, eh?
But Sammy isn't quite sure what he needs to do.
Undo the hook, Sammy. No!
Whoa, whoa! What? I can't hit you.
No, no. What did I say before I left here?
Undo that.
Undo the hooks. Leave this on the ground.
Okay.
Unhook the white one when I do it.
Okay, I got you.
So me and Jamie have two different ways of doing it. I probably wouldn't have done it that way, but it's gonna pull ahead now. We'll get it off the road so this traffic can keep coming.
Tell them to get traffic going.
Okay.
Come to the left a bit. Yeah, there you go.
The B train is towed away with the top and tanks undamaged. But no one on Jamie's crew is celebrating.
Beginning of the snow season and it's already started. We were rusty after a quiet season. Turned into a bit of a show.
Right now, we're not totally a team. And when you get out of -30, you need that team to function properly.
I can't hear them too well. What's going on? There's a truck and trailer on fire. You see it's burning? Yep.
The truck fire is on the eastern side of the Coquihalla Summit.
What causes these trucks to cut fire going uphill? That's very strange.
Probably a fuel line or an oil line or something. Probably let go, hit the manifold, and up it went.
The fire department hasn't responded because up here, there isn't a fire department.
Keep your windows rolled up, probably toxic.
Oh yeah, it's stinky up there. Oh yeah, stinky right up and over the top.
By the time Adam arrives, the flames have spread from the cab to a refrigerated trailer filled with groceries.
I don't want to get all dirty and stinky. The truck's burnt, the trailer's burnt, so that's $200,000 there without the cargo. Looks like bottles of what? Bottle juices. Toxic, man. Well, that'd be a pretty expensive load. Somebody's grocery order ain't getting filled today.
Putting out the fire isn't an option.
It's too cold to get a fire truck up there to put it out because it will just ice the whole highway up.
Before he can move it, he'll have to wait for the fire to burn itself out.
Yeah, well, we might as well get some traffic control here. Okay, you bet. This thing will burn well into the morning.
An hour later, rookie Gord is back to babysit the wreck.
Adam!
We could have been a fireman tonight, Adam.
Yeah, that's right.
Then you could have cleaned up all the wrecks from all the ice.
Tonight, Gord has been paired with new flagger Bob Clark.
Okay, this may be 5 cones back.
Their job is to alert oncoming traffic and keep it moving.
You're just setting up cones and making sure no one runs into it. Flagger's biggest fear would be people not paying attention, right? Just driving through, falling asleep. You never know, right?
The thick smoke isn't helping.
The smell was gross. Juice boxes from Japan and some weird meat. Anything like that in the trailer is toxic, right? To be breathing in.
As the frigid night drags on, instead of burning itself out, the fire only intensifies.
It has gotten heavier and heavier amounts of smoke coming out of the back of her.
Rookie flaggers Bob and Gord spent a long, cold night guarding a load of burning groceries.
So they got the right 2 lanes blocked off.
By sunrise, the fire seems to have burned itself out. But then...
It's actually on fire. It's got flames coming out from the front. See it? Now look at it. Basically, we just got to get them all up here so we can put this fire out before anything else happens, right?
Yeah, Bob here. I'm up watching this truck burn up, and the trailer itself is burning pretty bad.
A fire like this can burn for days. Highway authorities want the wreck off the road today.
We're in an unorganized territory where no fire department's going to come there, nobody's going to help us.
With the sun up and temperatures above freezing, it's now warm enough to try putting out the fire. Jamie's got just the machine for the job. Last year, he couldn't resist a sweet deal on an old fire truck. Problem is, it hasn't been started in 6 months. Adam is first on scene.
Has the fire truck left yet or no? Oh, it's still burning away here. But
impatient to get things going, he decides to separate what's left of the cab from the trailer.
Stinky, stinky stuff.
But that only spreads the blaze.
Fire won't go out, Adam.
Down the hill, Kevin has managed to get the fire truck moving. But with 7 tons of water in the tank, it's slow going.
No sense turning the lights and sirens on because everybody will be passing me anyway. But we'll get there.
Up at the fire, Jamie arrives. His rotator came equipped with a respirator and a fire suppression foam system.
Can you help me with it?
And this is a perfect chance to try it out.
I need to turn the bottle on.
Can you pour me some more hose?
Jamie's truck carries 45 minutes worth of foam and water, but it's not enough.
Problem is we run out of water all the time.
We need Jim. What about Jim?
Jim's right there.
Oh, Jim's here? Oh, good. Perfect. That's what we need first. So we just need the digger to start digging in away at this. And
Jamie wants to try using Jim's mini excavator to spread out the burning groceries.
Do you have enough water on right now to open it up?
I think we just start digging.
Jim dives in and takes a crack at the fire, but it's a bit too close for comfort.
So you're getting very, very close to something that's actually on fire. If that splashes back and lands on the lap of the operator, you don't want to burst into flames.
Right on the L, too.
Finally, the fire brigade arrives.
And then as the pieces come out, you kind of wash down whatever comes out. Isn't this fun?
Oh! Right, I'm happy to be here. Get to play out and fun and drive my second best truck. If you can't come out here and have fun, then why be here?
Traffic's now squeezed into a single lane. And highway authorities want a deadline for getting this wreck and Jamie's crew off the road.
4 o'clock,
Okay.
end of the day kind of thing.
Okay.
But the fire is still a long way from out.
On a big commercial truck fire, you have to get an excavator, dig through the rubble, and actually extinguish every piece that's in that wreck. That's quite a task.
As Jim pulls the wreck apart, he's slowed by a minefield of boiling juice bottles.
That's enough. He's got enough. You done?
You know, basically all the little spot fires that are inside the trailer are out.
Hardest part about being a firefighter, putting the hose away.
Still got by though, right? The left lane's open.
Where can we go on this?
It's past 3 o'clock before enough of the fire is out to start recovery.
Good to go.
All that's left of the cab is a charred chassis.
Gonna bring it over this way.
It needs to be hauled away on a flatbed, but it's in no condition to travel.
So you have to be very careful how you load a burn job. They tend to have a bunch of loose ends all over it,
Is it hanging over at all?
and things want to blow off. I mean, you can't have a motor falling behind you and stuff's coming off.
Pretty good. Chop saw this. Hey! Rubber! Rum! Robert! You gotta watch your sparks, man. Don't hit the truck. Go this way. That's all right. What are we doing time-wise now? We said 4 o'clock. It's 3:42.
He's got 18 minutes to figure out how to move a trailer that's been burnt to a crisp.
Watch you guys back!
Jamie has to move an incinerated trailer before a 4 o'clock deadline.
We said 4 o'clock. It's 3:42.
He notices that the back wheels are still intact.
What do you think? You guys chop saw this, flip this over like that, make a couple places for Adam to hook up, and tow it.
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Could cut it all up and take it all apart, but the wheels are still good. Might as well just haul it home.
They chop saw what's left of the trailer in half, and then stack the front half on top of the back.
Beauty.
But the airlines were burnt. The rear brakes are locked.
The airlines are obviously burnt. You need air to release brakes.
Truck brakes are powered by an air piston. It expands to release the brakes. Without air, the brakes close tight. The only way to release them is to manually pull the piston open with a caging bolt.
So that's what we refer to as caging the brakes. So Rob's gonna do the front two.
Last season, Rob struggled to prove himself at car towing.
I went to pull it out though and it wouldn't come.